What's up, guys? All right, for practice today, Tatum Bethune ankle won't practice, Samo ankle won't practice, Nick Martin concussion won't practice, and Juice ribs limited. Go ahead.
No opening the window for Yetur this week?
We're going to open it up tomorrow.
No.
I was going to save this, but a big story in the NFL is Phillip Rivers. Obviously, you guys had reached out to him about three years ago when he was 2 years removed from playing. What makes him like a legitimate guy who might be able to play, in his 40s? Like, what are his qualities that would be like, okay, maybe you can pull this off?
Well, when he played, he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time. The way, as you get older, I think mobility leaves big time. Arm strength doesn't always. And when you have guys at elite level who know how to play in the pocket, have the size to hang in there, and still have the arm strength to make the throws that you need to make, that gives the guys like that an opportunity or a chance to be able to pull off something like this. And I would say he's one of the few who would have a chance to do this.
You guys reached out to Rivers and Roethlisberger?
Just Rivers.
Oh, just Rivers. Yeah. Okay. And sorry, I know I'm testing your memory a little bit. What was the time? Was that like when Jimmy broke his foot? Was that later on?
No, we talked to Phillip as soon as Jimmy broke his foot and talked about the possibility of him coming in. I remember telling him that we really felt good about this rookie that we had. And we were having to sign other guys from other teams to even have a backup at that moment. So we had no backup. We also had a rookie who was the last pick in the draft and who hadn't played a snap yet except for the mop-up time that he got. So we're not sure where this is going to go. But we'd like to see him go and see how he can do because we think he might do real well. But regardless, we didn't have anyone after him at the time. So that was when Phillip started watching our installs, getting ready for the possibility to come here. And he would have if Brock ever got hurt.
What do you see from Cam Ward? Where's he at in his development? How kind of challenge does he present?
You can see why he's the first pick in the draft. He throws like a top quarterback. He can make every throw on the field. I think when number one is open, he's extremely accurate at hitting them. You see the ability.
Kyle, why the timing to open Yetur's window tomorrow and not today or even Monday?
Just because of how the whole offseason went with him and our plan this year. We don't ever practice on 2 days in a row on Wednesday and Thursday. So he only practiced on Thursdays regardless, even before he got hurt. So we're not going to open until that day.
And as far as Nick Martin, is it just a matter of him working through the concussion protocol, or is he still experiencing symptoms?
Yeah, no, he's in the protocol. He's still got symptoms, so that's why he's still in it.
You mentioned going into the bye that it might be a little early for Tatum Bethune to come back out of practice. Is that that's kind of the sense of it, or you just?
So that's what it is today, but we'll see tomorrow.
Alec Eilmanor was a Stanford guy. Was he someone that you guys were looking at in the draft, and then what have you seen from him so far this year?
Yeah, we definitely studied him hard in the draft. He's done a good job, got a lot of playing time, and they've had some young guys going on there, especially with some injuries, and he's a big receiver who can make some plays, but I think he's done real well for his rookie year.
After 13 games, how refreshing was a Week 14 bye, and how did you spend it?
I spent it hanging out with the family, relaxing. It was fun to kind of just watch football Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, and just from a fan perspective. And it was different having to buy this late. I don't know if I'd ever ask for that or wish upon it, but it was kind of nice. Usually you have your bye week early on, and I annoyed the hell out of my family because I'm like, no, we have to do this for lunch. We have to do this right now because when this is over, I'm going like 11, 10 weeks straight. So it was a little different having it in December where it was almost a little more relaxing because you made so much of the roster. You made so much of the season already, and I'm excited to get back now for the best time in the year for football.
Excuse me. You guys have done really well post-bye, a lot of years. And is there some message or is there some reason that you think your team is so much more successful post-bye?
Not that I know of. We don't do anything differently. So I know some people have good records, some people have bad records, but I think most of that's just a coincidence. I don't think we do anything unusually different than other teams, but I think we practice hard, we play hard, so it's always good when we get a rest. I mean, you always come in feeling better, and the key is to how to keep that freshness and feeling better, but yet still get at least 2 hard days of practice in so you can knock off all that rust. And if you can do the combination of both, where you rest to get fresher, but you can also find a way to get that rust off before Sunday, then I think it's always an advantage.
Coach, just wondering if the time off, you had any time to reflect that you guys are 9-4, given all the challenges you've had with injuries, that I know you need a little bit of help, but still have a shot at the division and an outside shot at being the number one overall seed in the NFC. Did you reflect on all that at all?
No. Everyone tries to with me, and then I usually snap at them. You can just as easily lose 4 games in a row as win 4 games in a row, and so that 4 games is a long ways away, and there's a lot of things that can happen, so I don't reflect at all.
Where is Eric Kendricks at health-wise, and how do you see him fitting in?
I'd love to get Eric going. He's got a tight calf today, so I'm not sure how much he's going to go today, if he's going to go. But he's working back into here. Hopefully it's not too bad of a setback with that, but we'll see when he gets on the field.
Has he been emotionally coming back in, and because he hasn't played football in a while?
I think he's awesome. I mean, I feel like I know him just because I've gone against him. It seems like so many times. I don't know him, but just seeing him out on the field, it's like eerie watching him on scout team all last week, just from our end zone copy, because I feel like I'm having post-traumatic stress from seeing him as a linebacker all the time going against him. But he looks like Eric, acts like how I've always heard he is, and you can tell he loves football, and hopefully he can get his body right and get out there.
Follow up about the bye week. We know for the guys, it's like resting the body and kind of rejuvenation. For you as a coach, you do pretty well historically after a bye. How does it kind of help you to reset? Do you put it down completely? Do you still study? Do you break away? How is that for you?
No, I go up till Tuesday night, and then I shut it down till Sunday. I just spend time with people I haven't seen for a little bit or spend enough time with, and I catch up on sleep, usually get 3 good meals in a day, and enjoy my dog a little bit and come back a little bit fresher.
I know you wanted Salah back regardless, but given everything the defense has been through, all the moving parts, I think how beneficial has it been to have a guy that you trust so implicitly in that role this year?
It's huge. I mean, just going through this offseason with them, having to make a bunch of decisions on where we were going and where we're at, and trying to make the best of a number of things going into the draft like that, knowing how this year was going to be different, and knowing we were going to have to tinker with things throughout the year, and just having a guy that I know has done it before, and also we've done it together to where I know that he's extremely capable of doing it, and he's done it at such a high level, done it in a number of places, and it's exactly what he's done here.
Found yourself having to be less involved with the defense? I mean, were you doing it more than you maybe would have liked with first-time coordinators?
You always got to meet with them. You can't ever get too far away, whatever side of the ball you're on or major in as a head coach. But also, too, when I watch people try to fix things too much, when you're giving it, whether it's 50% of your attention or 80% of your attention, you got to be very careful if you're not giving something 100% of your attention that you're going to make it worse. So I try not to overdo anything regardless of the situation, but I always try to stay involved.
Of it being as easy to lose 4 games as it is to win, is that something you have to address with the team, just keeping the focus here and not letting that outside noise seep in?
Not totally, because I think that's how I talk every week. I don't think that's any different now. I'll talk that differently if the last game we're fighting for exactly what that is, because now I can say it, but I just know how quickly things go in this league, and that's how I talk in week 1. After we're 1-0 or after we're 3-0 to our first loss, that there's really no difference in how we talk until you know exactly what that game is, and rarely is it that case until you get to a playoff game.
How did expectations for Curtis Rourke over these next 21 days?
It's just nice to get him back. He's been working to be healthy, to get out there in the practice field. We'll see how he does in these 3 weeks. Nick not being here will allow him to get more reps on scout team. He'll still be doing those with Mac too, because Mac's got to get his reps in. But it's really just a value for these 3 weeks and see where it goes.
A lot of people around the league have said this is like the most wide open NFL. Since you've been in the league, would you kind of agree to that, or where like a lot of teams have a chance to win it all?
Yeah, I do think a lot of teams have a chance to win it all. I think that's pretty similar though to me most years. I mean, you always have, many times you got Mahomes and things like that, and you got the Josh Allens and stuff. They're always the ones that you look at. But But there are a number of other teams, especially when you take guys like that out of the picture, that are all capable. And when it's the NFL, which is different than all sports, when it's one game and not best of 7, anybody's capable of winning. And now you got to be good enough to get to the playoffs. You got to be good enough to win 3, possibly 4 in a row, which those are the challenges. But on any given Sunday, it's one game. That's, to me, why football's the best. It's never about a 7-game series. And usually when it's one game, any team can win. In 7-game series, to me, it's always usually the best team.
Relayed, how is Toes feeling after the bye, and after last game, did you see like some increased mobility where maybe you can open things up more?
We haven't held anything out. Once he's came back, especially halfway through that first game, Arizona. Like I asked him after that game about his toe on Monday, and I got such good answers, and he looked that way all week that I haven't asked him about his toe since. We'll let Eric do that.
Say 2 more.
No more? All right, guys. Thanks.